The second I saw the zFold 6, it reminded me of a iPad mini and a iPhone 13 mini mushed into one device. So I actually took this guy to Mongolia and used it as a 2-in-1 mushed device. And you know what? I might be right. See, the zFold 6, once closed, has this super narrow display, similar to the iPhone 13 mini. And when you sit down and you flop it open, it's an iPad mini. So I decided to use this thing for a day, and then these two for a day, and then this for a day, just to see if this thing can actually replace these two. I've actually never bought an iPad mini. After using the zFold 6 as a mini tablet, tell me, how jealous are you? I started to believe in this small tablet form factor. So I plan to reboot my wife's old pink iPhone 13 mini, buy an iPad mini, and compare the both by living with them like a normal human. I am currently dailying the 2-in-1 device right now. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna pick up the iPad today. I just don't think we're gonna get there on time. Apple Store actually closes at 6. Oh no, one of my babies is sleeping. Joy, what are we going to buy?
Baby iPad.
Oh no, my baby needs to go toilet.
That's okay.
Let's go toilet, let's go. Mini and an iPhone mini in one?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. You gotta wait till I buy this, okay? Do you know what we're doing today?
Huh? What this? This is microphone. Oh, this is a box. Microphone.
All right.
Oh, wait.
iPad mini, okay?
iPad mini.
Oh, that's a very cute iPad. Let's first look at the tablet form factor, okay? If you have a look, the bezels on this guy is absolutely ginormous. So if I put it right next to where the screen is, it's only that much, it only has this much more screen real estate, but then the zFold 6 has this much more screen real estate. So it kind of evens out, right? But if you are watching movies or anything like that in landscape orientation, okay, which you can do here, you will get a bit more screen on this just because of the aspect ratio. This width and this width is pretty much the same. I am using my wife's iPhone 16 Pro. This is my wife's iPhone 16 Pro. It's because I sold my 15 Pro like an idiot. iPad mini is 292 grams. And then if you add the phone portion, it's 433.4 grams. The zFold 6 is 242 grams. So this is a 2-in-1 and it's lighter and it has a bigger battery. When I say bigger battery, I literally mean almost double the iPhone 13 mini and also has more battery than the almighty iPhone 16 Pro. The best way to keep your iPhones charged on the go is MagSafe charging. But I'm not a fan of MagSafe charging, mainly because it heats up the phone and it degrades your battery over time. Say hello to my new toy, ICEMAG 2 by SHARGE. This thing has both passive cooling and an aluminium plate to keep this thing cool. So once I chuck this on, watch, you're gonna see this fan spin up. Look at that. This thing has a whopping 10,000 milliamp hours, so you can charge like a regular phone up to 1.7 times. This is actually their second generation ICEMAG 2 now, which doubles the charging speed up to 15 watts for wireless charging. I stopped bringing my big power bank around because this thing can charge my iPhone and charge my iPad up to 30 watts. Please check the link in the description for this ICEMAG 2 power bank and chuck away all the other MagSafe stupid chargers you've got lying around at home because they are damaging your phone. Charging my phone 50% the other day, the phone was cooler to the touch. Let's go to the morning, day one of using the Fold as my main device.
Yeah, what time is it?
2:30.
I got up, grabbed the Fold 6 and my Galaxy Watch 6 Classic.
So I just dropped the kids off.
Good. 2-in-1, pretty good. This is my morning QT setup. I've got them all stashed down here. This is what happens when you have 50 million keyboards that's sent to you. You need to dedicate one keyboard to do one thing. Okay, so this does QT in the morning. That's it. I then had a corporate shoot in the city, did some light work in the Uber, and then started my shoot. Kim, how useful is this?
This is amazing. I love that.
That's it.
That is so good.
This is cool.
Positioning for next.
So this is my Fold 6, and I can see the frame. This is so cool. This Fold has been incredible the past few months. This is a normal phone, and then open it, and it turns into a baby iPad. Is that cool? It took me 3 months for the hype of it to go down, and I still believe it's the best. Though it's definitely not for everyone, especially considering the starting price point. Could they have done better compared to the Fold 5? Absolutely. A bigger battery, thinner phone, and built-in S Pen would have sealed the deal. These guys have mastered the software for foldables though. S Pen support and Dex mode is just icing on the cake. And you've seen me use this. Honest opinion. Cool or not? How jealous are you?
I want one.
Why?
Very useful, like note taking photos. I think it's like you can do multitasking.
Yes.
You can do one here and you can do one here. And I saw you, watching something and writing your script at the same time. And then you can stand it without a stand. And in the
What?
airplane,
Airplane?
you're watching your movie because it can stand like
Yeah.
this. You're watching it like this. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't need anything. Because you can fold it. It's kind of small and narrow.
So it's just easy to hold.
Because this is my usual iPhone 13 mini.
With
Yeah, I'll take this one to my work if I have, my
Oh.
usual school works.
and editing Lightroom, you're gonna be like, dude, this is insane.
Is it going
Pretty
to
cool.
blow my socks off?
It will blow your socks off. I think we should help them.
Yes.
We milked the yaks for like 15 seconds
Chicken.
and then got totally knocked out. Middle of Mongolia. I've been using my phone like crazy. 4 hours 59. Screen on time 40%. That is pretty good. It's become really clear to me that iPhone people will really appreciate this form factor. Have you seen this? I think
Awesome. I actually haven't seen one of these. Wow. Honestly, that's crazy. The fact, Wow.
and then when you open it
I actually like this more than I thought. I like it more than I thought.
Yeah.
To be honest.
This is Jeanette. She has been amazing. Look at that. She's an iPhone mini user.
When I saw it for the first time, I couldn't believe it. Yes.
But you don't want it? I am personally neck deep in the Apple ecosystem. And when I had this video idea in my mind, I thought the final video outcome was going to be having a separate purpose-built device for your phone and having a purpose-built device as your tablet is a better choice, especially if you're in the Apple ecosystem. I thought I was going to say that, but I'll be honest, even during this experiment, sometimes when I couldn't be stopped filming, I just brought this guy, even though I was meant to test this. Because of the convenience factor, I'm just like, dude, I can't be stuffed bringing a bum bag today. Because I'm not going to put this in my pocket. I don't want to have an extra thing in my bag, so I'll just bring this along. That just proves that this thing can keep up and there is a place in the market. Yes, it's not for everybody. Because in order to get a form factor like this, there are sacrifices that need to be made. And it seems like Samsung, of all folding device makers, are making the most sacrifices. I don't know what's going on, but all the Chinese, like literally all the Chinese folding phones, hardware-wise, is ahead. The only thing that Samsung's got going for them, to me personally, is the fact that they're keeping this narrow design. I love that. And also their software. I just want to talk about durability for a second real quick. Especially when the first folding phones started coming out, my biggest concern was durability. It's definitely not waterproof. It's not dust proof. It probably break, and a lot of them did break. I mean, it was all over Twitter, all over YouTube, where the first folding phones were just breaking. But ever since about the Fold 3, when they introduced water resistance, they've been making steady progress towards more and more durable folding devices. Now, I had a quick look online to see what real people were saying about their folding devices after 2-3 years. And it seems like we're having less and less problems, especially with the screen. I don't know if they're ever gonna get to the durability level of like the, say, the S24 Ultra. or the iPhone 16 Pro and stuff like that. But the compromise is getting less and less. Speaking of durability, I have met a TikTok influencer and she has been using a old ass Fold. So I sat down with her to have a chat. You're the first Fold user that I know that actually uses the Fold properly.
And I use it a lot.
Can you go back to a slap phone?
Never.
What do you do on it?
I edit all my TikToks, all my Instagram posts.
Can you show me a timeline? Do you have any top secret projects?
Yeah, I do actually.
Indy, can't have a look at this.
Now that's a timeline, right?
Dude, have a look at this. She's doing this on a phone, man. Almost everything I was showing off on this Fold 6 can be done on this iPad mini tablet. But this means there's another thing you gotta lug around in your bag. This ain't gonna really fit in your pocket. I mean, realistically, it does fit in your pocket. But I ain't gonna walk around like that. Whereas when it comes to this, once you're done with the tablet, you fold it in half, you shove it in your pocket, and you're off. I want to briefly talk about what the zFold 6 was like on the film set. I used this as a portable monitor for the camera, which was awesome, especially when my guy was filming B-rolls. I was able to just see the shots that he was taking. So that was really good. Oh, and by the way, the Android widgets are still, they don't look as nice as iOS widgets, I'll be honest, but they are so much more useful. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you can scroll through your emails, you can scroll through your calendars, you can have these big ass, look at that, that's my calendar. Big ass calendar on a 7.6-inch screen. That's cool. The iPad literally had nothing on this Fold. There was a couple days where I literally brought everything out just to see what I naturally gravitated towards when I needed to use something, when I needed to do something, okay? And I would grab this guy 9 out of 10 times over the iPad when I needed a tablet because of the screen. Having a 120 Hertz OLED and it's brighter, if I'm just consuming a video, whatever, this is actually better because the aspect ratio. But outside of that, this thing I would pick up almost all the time. Right now, this very day, is our 11-year anniversary, by the way. And so we went out and we took some photos. How good is that photo, by the way? How good is that? Having this canvas in your pocket, right? You can use it in the iPad. Yeah, but the iPad's in your bag. This is in your pocket. That's the difference, right? But having this in your pocket is awesome. Now, I had a bit of an issue. Look at this. But these are flies on my bag, okay? And I want to get rid of it. How are you going to do it with your finger? You can just go, whoop, go on. Look how precise that is. Look at that. Every fly, I'm just killing it with this pen. Done. All the flies are gone. I can't go back to a normal phone. So when I tested the brightness outside at a cafe, I couldn't tell the difference. Turns out, the peak brightness on this zFold 6 seems to dim down much quicker. Like to the point where I don't think I've ever seen it at peak brightness. The sustained brightness after the dim is about the same as the iPad mini and a bit less than the iPhone 13 mini. There's actually a button for extra brightness. Now, once I put that on, it seems to override that dimming thing. So everyone complaining about this thing dimming, you can just pull down, press the 3 dots on the brightness thing, turn the adaptive off, and then turn the extra brightness toggle on. And then you can go, woo! Just when I was about to completely dismiss this thing and chuck it in the bin, okay, I listened to a podcast called -16. A dude called Brad, okay, he does iPad content and stuff like that. He made a video on gaming with the iPad mini 7. So I thought, you know what, let's give it a shot. It kind of blew my mind. And that is something that the zFold 6 cannot do. So I actually keep a PS4 controller in my bag. And so when I'm working, blah, blah, and I've got a bit of downtime, I chuck on a AAA title game. I'm talking Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm currently playing Death Stranding. Awesome graphics. And it barely bogs down. Does it get hot? Yes, but I'm not really holding it in my hand, so I don't really care. And this thing doesn't even have the latest chip. It's got the A17 Pro that's in the iPhone 15 Pro. I think because it's a bigger device, it doesn't overheat as much maybe, I don't know. If you are a gamer, then I don't think there's any way around it. The iPad mini 7 is great because it's a good tablet and it can game, okay? This thing is a phone and a tablet, but it doesn't have the same AAA title games. Saying that, it can play everything else. All the mobile games, and it plays it really well. So I've got a flight coming up soon, okay? And on that flight, bro, I would love to bring this, chuck it on the little tray table in front of me, grab my PlayStation controller out and play the game the whole way there. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. But in saying that, I'll probably bring this guy and this guy. This just for the games and probably for production and stuff like that, and this for everything else. Some things just sound good on paper, like the DeX mode. Plug it in and you have a desktop experience from your phone. It's a brilliant idea on paper, but in the real world, outside of testing DeX, I've literally used it like once. I actually needed it when we were on a holiday. So I couldn't get streaming to work. These guys want to watch Disney. We don't want to log in. Samsung wireless DeX. I knew I should have brought the S24 just in case, because on a holiday you want DeX. This is why DeX is good. Pixel can't do this. iPhone can't do this. My Xiaomi phone can't do this. None of the phones can do this. Dude. Oh! Come on! Are you not impressed, honey? This is... Bro! Bro!
I'll be more impressed if you wear your pants.
No, whoa! I'll tell you what's crazy. Whilst they're watching this, I can be on my phone. I can do other things on my phone. I can send emails while they're watching TV. Samsung Fold, I need the Fold because the Fold can do this too. But this folding phone is one of those things that are good on paper and so much better in real life once you use it. There's only one issue I have with this tool, and that's the price. Human beings. Now, where did my Fold go? What is the final verdict? It's great at being a phone when I want it to be. It's great at being a tablet when I want it to be. It literally puts a smile on my face every time I open up this thing and do something that a normal phone can't do. But is that smile worth $2,869? I actually don't know how much it costs, but it's something like that, okay, Australian dollars. I don't know. I don't think it's worth that much. I feel like the only sensible thing to do if you're a normal human being is to get the previous model. The price is a big thing, man. It's expensive, and I know why it's expensive, because you're paying for the tech. And after literally living with the alternative of a slab phone plus a tablet, I would pick the Fold 6 any day if money wasn't an issue. If they were both $1,000, $1,000 for this and $1,000 for this, I'll pick this any day. But that's not the case, because I can literally buy this and something else for the price of this. And let's also talk about the Galaxy AI thing for a second, because my wife and I were super hyped about the Galaxy AI feature, the stuff you can draw and stuff like that.
I'm sold.
Do you know how many times I used it? Once. Just once. That's the same with all the other Galaxy AI stuff. So I don't care if they charge for it in 2025, because I ain't gonna use any of that stuff. Did I use Gemini? Yeah, every day. ChatGPT? Yeah, every day. Oh, yes, I did use Galaxy AI stuff. Removing things from the background. That's pretty cool, and using the pen to do it. That's cool. But most phones can do that. The one advantage that the Galaxy phones have is once you use the pen, you can cut something out and you can actually take that thing and put it into another photo. I don't think the Pixels can do that, the iPhones can't do that, so that's pretty cool. But outside of that one thing, AI, meh. Oh yeah, the S Pen support is nice. But clearly, as you can see, I don't have it on me. Give me a second. So I unzip that so I can pull it out. So I keep it in there because I like to have it handy. So I used it heavily for photo editing, and my goodness, it was good for the, once in a while when I needed to sign something. Oh yeah, I did use it once in Melbourne when I was explaining to a friend what I wanted to do with the studio. Yeah, and I scribbled something real quick. That was cool. If I had the option to have it or not, I'd rather have it. So that's been it. Like, was it as good as I thought it was gonna be in my mind? Yes, I thought the battery was gonna suck. I thought the cameras were gonna suck. I thought I would hate having this in my pocket, stuff like that, because that's what I heard from other reviews. But no, the battery was fine. It lasts a million times longer than this thing. And it actually lasts longer than the iPhone 15 Pro that I had. So that's a plus. But I'll tell you the only issue that I have in my mind. This is the only foldable that I've ever used. Sorry, other than the Flip 5 and Flip 6, this is the only foldable that I've used. I haven't used any of the other Chinese foldables that are thinner, that have bigger batteries, that also have pen support, stuff like that. I haven't tried any of those. So I'm coming off of just having reviewed this. So my next obvious thing is to try the Honor Magic V3, and I am pumped to use that. I want to give that a shot, and I'll give you guys my honest review, and I'll actually compare the two. Got to pick up the kids. See ya.
Yeah.
Press generate, please.
Man, the lighting.